For those of us that have been through the last 2 years with COVID in the air, we're asking a lot of new questions, like how has it changed you? How have you pivoted? This show is called Resilience because we've had to become adjustable to everything we've been faced with. Our guest today is Harpawan Singh, a student here at Stony Brook. Thank you for joining me.
The pleasure's mine.
So, as I understand it, you're a freshman here at Stony Brook. So, maybe you could tell me why Stony Brook? What drew you here?
So really, the thing was, I made my decision to go to college very, very late. I think it was like a couple weeks before the deadline. So right before the deadline, I literally applied to all the colleges I could. And I was gonna actually choose a city college, but then I talked to a lot of my friends and all of them were saying that they wanted to go to Stony Brook. So, I mean, I wanted to be with my friends, so I came here.
So if you hadn't gone to college, what would you be doing right now?
I have no idea. So my dad does have a business. I was thinking of helping him out in it, but then again, I don't think it's really what I wanted to do long term. So that's why I talked it over with some of my teachers, and they said that you can go to, you should go to college. Like if you don't like it, you can always just quit. But then again, like it's worth a try.
Yeah. So what do you think now that you've been here almost a year? Glad you came?
I love it. I mean, the first semester was tough due to COVID and everything, but now like I'm getting into the groove of things. I'm getting to know people, and I'm getting to know some of my professors, which is really, really fun. And the classes are actually challenging, which I like a challenge.
So tell me, what are you studying now? What are you majoring in?
Right now, I am majoring in physics, but I really want to do computer science. I want to start creating things with computers. It's always been a hobby of mine, so I'm thinking of changing it to a computer science major next.
Oh. Excellent. So what do you want to do after college? Do you have any, where's Harpawan going to be in 10 years?
I have no idea. So my goal after college is really to travel. I love to travel. I want to travel the world. And so right after college, I just want to take some time off and just travel the world and then think through life and what I want to do through my life. Because really, I think what the last 2 years have taught me is really that you don't want to, I can't be thinking too much in the future. I have to live in the present, otherwise I'm not going to get through life. It's just like, if you're constantly thinking of what you're going to do next, it's very hard for you to be present and enjoy the things you actually like.
Sure. So now you're almost done with your freshman year. What would you tell Harpawan a year ago? What do you wish you'd known going into your freshman year that you know now?
In my freshman year, I think the first couple of months I was really, really like out of it. I didn't really pay attention in class, and I just wished I paid a little bit more attention in class and actually got to meet some new people, because there were a lot of interesting people, but I think like I wasn't really in it. I wasn't really thinking being present. I think what I would have told myself is really just to be present in class and focus, study.
Yeah, so I certainly I give that advice to students, is that, you know, every hour that goes by is like the $100 hour, and it's like you paid $100 to get in the room, and I think if people realize that, it was like the $100 movie. Like you said, you know, it might change one's perspective.
Yeah. So I mean, you're paying for college. The thing is, like, I've seen my friends; they just literally don't pay attention in class. But I don't understand the point of it. It's like nobody's gonna tell you to do the work. You have to do the work. If you want to do something, if you're in college for a reason, because you want to do something. So why not put in the work?
Yeah. So among your generation, what are people worried about?
Well, I'm just worried about what I want to do in the future. That's like coming right out of high school. Like, you're expected to know what you wanted to do, but then again, I'm like, you're too young. Why worry? Just explore. I had a great art teacher, and he was actually, so there was an art club called FBLA. It was a business club. So he did both things. So he was a great mentor of mine, and really what he taught me is just to your best, and then you can worry about things later. Like, worry about what's in front of you right now.
Sure. So what's your favorite class that you've taken so far?
My favorite class would have to be the math class. It's Calc C. Like, a lot of people say that the class is very, very hard, but like, I actually like the challenge. My last semester, my 126 class was too easy for me. I actually enjoy doing the proofs. Literally, I sit on the table for an hour or so and just ponder on how to solve a problem. It's tough, but then again, like you come up with creative ways to solve problems that you've never thought of before. Like, so it's really just forcing you to do the work and think through it. Unlike some other classes I've taken where they just give you a way that you're supposed to solve it and you're supposed to solve it.
Yeah. So when you're not doing math, what do you like to do? What?
Well, I have a dog, so
Oh.
yeah, we play a lot. Other than that, I do a little bit of art.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm not into it a lot now, but I used to draw a lot. I had an art teacher, and so I did a lot of drawing through high school, and then during COVID, I kind of stopped a little bit, but then I'm getting into it again. I love to design things and make things.
Oh, very cool. So do you think that if you could combine those two things together, computers and art, do you have a sense of how you might use that in the future?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What I really get attracted to is like web design, because it's like you really have to think about creating a website, like designing it, but then you also have to think of the back end, how everything's going to operate. So that's something that really fascinates me. I mean, I'm not really good at it, but I love to play around with it, see what I can build.
Yeah, no, that's a huge area. I mean, everybody needs a website these days. If you don't have a website, you don't exist, and that's actually true even for academics. So there are people that just specialize in websites for scientists like me who otherwise would never be able to figure it out. So there's a lot of opportunity there for sure.
Yeah, and there's also game design, which is quite interesting because it's combining those two things together and making something that people can actually interact with, which is really cool.
Yeah. So are you big into games?
I am, but I don't get a lot of time to play them because of all the schoolwork and helping out the family, and then also with the dog. It's crazy.
Yeah. So what's your favorite game then? Is that like choosing your favorite child?
I don't get to play a lot of computer games. When I'm on the move, I like to play a little bit of chess, but then also I like to play some first-person shooters. But I don't play a lot of games right now, but it's fun when I have the time.
Do you play chess online, or do you like with an actual board?
So I don't have time to do it on the board because I commute an hour each day. So it literally, most of my time is taken up during the commute, and then I have to go home, do my homework, finish everything, and then see if I have time left to do other stuff.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. So do you envision yourself moving to campus later on, or you think you'll do the commute?
I am highly considering it. I don't know why I didn't come to campus before, but like since it's like I could save a lot of my time and focus on other things, which is good. And I have a lot of friends here, so if they, I mean, I was thinking of literally renting out an apartment with some of my friends. We can save some money on it, but it'd be fun because we can all live together, see what college life is actually like. Yeah,
no, absolutely. So are you in any clubs? I don't know what clubs are available to undergraduates, but there seems to be a lot going on campus.
Right now, I'm not really into any clubs, but I was thinking of doing AI. There was a robotics club, which I was interested in.
Cool.
But again, first semester, I was really not into it. I wasn't really into college, but now I'm getting back into it. I'm thinking I might start joining some clubs next semester.
Oh, that's very neat. So your classes are all online now. Did you have any, all in person? Did you have any online last semester, or were they all in person as well?
I did. I had one online class, but I didn't really like it. The thing is for me, like, I can't make myself sit down in front of a computer to take a class. So I would much rather come into class because it's a totally different environment. So it's much easier for me to learn in a totally different environment than learn at home because I have so many things going on at home. So I actually prefer in class.
So how can faculty members help support students like you that are kind of struggling through this college experience in the midst of hopefully a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic? How could faculty make that an easier experience for students?
Well, what I've really started doing this semester is actually reaching out to some of my faculty, like talking to them about the issues I'm having, and then figure out solutions to my problems. So I think really it's just about being more open and letting your students know that you're there for them.
Yeah, well, I always tell students, pretty much everyone on campus could be making more money off campus. So the fact that they're here, they're in it for the students, and getting to talk with students and hang out with students and teach students is what gets them out of bed in the morning. And so it's always such a shame when I teach only graduate students, but my colleagues that teach undergraduates oftentimes will have office hours that no one comes to. And so it's so sad. You're sitting there waiting for someone to come talk to you and no one comes. So I think that students often don't take advantage of those office hours. They think that they're bothering the faculty members, but the faculty member has already carved that time out of the day, and they're just hoping for a student to walk through the door and kind of engage with them. So it seems like a wasted opportunity. So they're always happy to be approached in that way.
Yeah. Recently, I also started using the Math Learning Center since my my math course is really tough. Like, sometimes I can just plot equations for so long, try to do everything right, but I don't. And it's always nice to have a second perspective, and they're always eager to help.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the real college experience. There is that one-on-one experience where you're not just sort of passively receiving information, but you're kind of reaching out and getting the help that you need. Well, thank you so much for your time, Harpawan, and really the best of luck with your future endeavors.
Thank you so much.